All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopeful like Akim pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to all you Akim and Akwaf listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. All right. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Dequar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, Thou Art Greatly Despised. All right. And again, put a disclaimer out there. I'm still feeling under the weather, so, and I do have the tissue in my nose so I can breathe a little bit better. But yeah, man, in light of the conflict that's going on, about what's going on with the Israel Gaza war or Palestine war, that's happening in Gaza Strip, these people are their true colors is being shown. All right. And again, it's just evident that the scriptures are real, man. Like it says here, how the things of Esau searched out. And we go through the scriptures and we linking them up to their actions, man. Like the scripture said, if thou wouldst do as well, they would have been good. But let me get some scriptures, and I'm gonna get a few articles so you can see what we see. But it says Edom will be humble because all these them people that support this is Edomites. But then you got some Edomites that's against it. But these nations is supporting it, whereas the other nations are going against it. And like it says, you will be humble, you will be brought low. All right, this is the vision of Obadiah. Obadiah 1:1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. All right. Yeah, they've been brought low, or they are. This is like a future prophecy now. You also have this in Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, and specifically speaking about Babylon. But Babylon and Edom, they go hand in hand. And Babylon, which we know is America, they one of the main ones supporting these people because they all the same. They all the same, man. And then you got the EU, NATO and the EU, which is this whole beast system, man. But yeah, they pretty much, they being despised among men, despised among all these other nations, man, all these other heathens. Their status is being diminished, and it's right according to prophecy, man. They've been being regarded low in the eyes of others, man, because of their actions. People is they're now catching on to you, man. But in regards to this situation, let's get some let me see. Let me get some articles, right? Axis or Axis, I don't know how to say that, .com. AXIOS.com. This was from November the 16th, which was 2 days ago. Okay. It says, which countries have, I don't know if you can see that. Which countries have withdrawn diplomats over Israel's actions? So countries who have taken diplomatic action against Israel. He said the region, Asian Pacific, Bahrain is they withdrew their ambassador. Belize suspended relations. Bolivia suspended relations. Chad, which is in Africa, withdrew ambassadors. Chile withdrew ambassador. Colombia withdrew ambassador. Honduras withdrew ambassador. Jordan, all right, withdrew ambassadors. Turkey withdrew ambassadors. And South Africa withdrew diplomats, man. It says dozens of countries around the world have called on Israel to show more restraint in the war in Gaza, while A smaller number have gone a step further by severing relations or making other official diplomatic protests. Why it matters. The move underscores the growing dissent as international calls for a ceasefire have grown as the humanitarian situation in Gaza has deteriorated. Yeah, because they just destroying citizens, man. Millions of displaced and a lot of people speaking about it. Like it says, growing dissent. Hold up. It says dissent is an opinion, philosophy, or sentiment of non-agreement or opposition to a prevailing idea or policy enforced under the authority of a government, political party, or other entity or individual. Now, when you look up this whole situation, a lot of people said that it was against international law, that international law to even make a state of Israel. All right, because it was an occupied territory. All right, and then what the scriptures talk about, removing your neighbor's landmarks. What is it? I think this is. I'm trying to think of the scripture. It just escaped my mind. Damn. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second. Damn it. Give me 1 second. Yo, Satan, bro. Keep on messing with me. Okay. It just came back to me. It's Habakkuk. Let me get this joint. All right, Habakkuk 2, verse 5. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire of hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right, and that's what he did. That's what he's done, and that's why it's going to go. It goes on to say, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb. All right, so that's what's happening to this man. They are on to you, man. Now, it is, it's funny because scripture said that Esau, Satan is transformed to an angel of light, but they control the media. They control the leaders. So a lot of people that do support that is because of their influence. Like, what was that? This thing right here. In Europe, free speech is under a threat for pro-Palestine protesters. And this is happening all over the world because people is looking at what's going on. And it's like, yo, like you killing like normal citizens, man. Destroying it. Like if you go on Twitter, or they call it X now, and just type in like free Palestine or international law and search that, But let me keep going on this. It says Israel has rejected calls for a temporary ceasefire without the release of hostages, but has agreed to humanitarian pauses under select circumstances. Belize this week became the latest to take action in the protest of Israel's tactics, following several countries in the Middle East and Africa and a number of left-wing governments in Latin America. So they calling for a ceasefire, so they suspending diplomatic ties, which is suspending is a temporary. All right. They withdrew their ambassador. Chile recalled its ambassador last month, citing unacceptable violations of international humanitarian law that Israel has incurred in the Gaza Strip. All right. So it's a violation of international law. Colombia recalled its ambassador last month condemning the civilian deaths in Gaza. If Israel does not stop the massacre of the Palestine people, we cannot be there. All right? Grave humanitarian situation. And this is on X. So that's Twitter. You know? They're not going to let me translate that. Whatever. Usually they'll let you translate it. They some devils. Because you're not signed in. Whatever. All right. They called their aggressive and disproportionate attacks in Gaza. So pretty much they refusing to accept international law and genocidal airstrikes. All right. And this is just a recent one. Now look at this is in 2018 because I just seen something that said they haven't had an ambassador since 2018. It says, how does the world feel about Israel/Palestine? In one BBC poll of 22 countries, Israel was the fourth most disliked nation behind only Iran, Pakistan, and North Korea. And I'm just reading the articles, man, you know. It says non-Muslim countries recognize Israel's legitimacy and maintain diplomatic relations with it, but most are critical of Israel's treatment of the Palestinians and ongoing occupation of the West Bank. Global public opinion at present is generally more sympathetic to the Palestinian cause, creating real concern among Israelis that an international boycott movement called BDS could pick up some support. And that's what's happening all over the world right now. All right. It says, that being said, Israel is extremely unpopular worldwide. In BBC poll of 22 countries, Israel is the fourth most disliked nation behind only Iran, Pakistan, and North Korea. It's clear the West Bank settlements are a key cause of Israel's poor global standing. Most of the world believes that that Israel's continued control of the West Bank is an unlawful military occupation and that settlements violate the Fourth Geneva Convention. Though this view is supported by most legal scholars, Israel and pro-Israel conservatives dispute it. They argue that the West Bank isn't occupied, and even if it were, the Fourth Geneva Convention only prohibits forcible population transfers, not voluntary settlement. You know? Esau and his semantics, man. You know, but this is another one that I wanted to get. This is an article that just came out on November the 13th. All right, it says TikTok says it's not the algorithm. Teens are just pro-Palestine. All right, because you got these social media sites, which is why they're going to try to regulate it. They're being able to see what's going on, because even in Atlanta, Israel, they like suspended like the internet and shit like that, so you couldn't see it no more. But it says in a blog, the company denied allegations that it is promoting pro-Palestine content in an effort to sway American opinion. And it's funny because that's what these people do, you know? But they trying to say that these people doing it, whereas this is more organic. And all these little, like you see on the screen, all these protests is happening everywhere, man. You know? TikTok has come under GOP fire in recent weeks, in case you don't know what that is. The Republican Party, because they the ones that, you know, mainly supporting it, but it's both right and left. It says fire in recent weeks after, what was that? After the app showed an apparent spike in pro-Palestine content after the IDF began its bombing campaign of Gaza. I mean, now this is who IDF is. Republican politicians have publicly claimed that the company is intentionally promoting pro-Palestine content with the goal of brainwashing our American youth into supporting Hamas, which that's what they're doing. And this is why you got, who was it? Somebody from Israel. He said, don't you see the world is on our side? No. It's just that you have the media and things on your side. You control all the media. It says, but the proliferation of the pro-Palestine content on TikTok isn't due to the app's algorithm, the company stated in a press release on Monday. Rather, it claimed that teenagers simply tend to support Palestine more. And I was thinking, because even in like the people in power, because a lot of them, these people, they own these companies, like the NFL, they was able to do protests for pro-Israel. You see what I'm saying? And these athletes gotta support it, to keep their jobs. All right. It says attitudes among young people skewed toward Palestine long before TikTok existed. The release stated support for Israel as compared to sympathy for Palestine has been lowered among young Americans for some time. This is evidenced by looking at Gallup poll data of millennials dating far back as 2010, long before TikTok existed. All right. And because, a lot of these people are brainwashed, man, the older people, And that's all. I'm not going to get to that whole article, man. You can read it. You got the title. All right. Let's read this thing. Let's listen to this. I think I'm going to have to rewind it. What the hell?
But as a rapporteur, you're advocating for the Palestinian people. Many Palestinians have absolutely nothing to do with Hamas.
Excuse me. I do not advocate for the Palestinian people. You are wrong. I advocate for the application of international law, human rights, and justice.
So in human rights and justice, do you think that Hamas cares that more than 3,000 children have died, more have been wounded, orphaned, and traumatized? When you're looking at international law, do you agree that Hamas is breaking law?
Excuse me, what question is it? I don't know if Hamas cares or not, but I know that it's Israel's responsibility not to bomb a 360 kilometer strip of land where the people are besieged. Excuse me, I cannot be in an interview where I've just heard someone saying we are doing everything that we can to avoid civilian loss of life. This is not true because 8,000 people have already been killed. And if the Commissioner General of UNRWA says that 3,500 children, around 3,500 children have been killed, even if it's not fully verified, it means that it's likely, highly likely, because UNRWA has staff members who have been killed. There are journalists who have been killed. 50% of the civilian infrastructure in Gaza has been destroyed. The Palestinians...
50% of the infrastructure has been destroyed. And they keep talking about the attack that happened over a month ago, where they now have relentless attack on the whole people. So they focusing on that attack, which we don't know, what really happened with that. But they use that to try to justify just going to town, going to war on them. It's the same old thing. Same with the 9/11, which you had Osama come out with a letter,
Gaza have nowhere to go. Please imagine what it is to have 2 million people, 200,000 living in 300 square meters, which is being bombed north to south. Where do these people have to go? There is no safe haven. These people are trapped and are being killed. This is what Israel is pursuing.
And the fact that these people don't even care about regular civilians is why these people are being up in arms. Now, this is another guy who's been advocating this. So both of them is like people that be on like a panel. This guy named Mick Wallace a lot. It says the world is watching this brutal far-right Israeli regime engage in genocide against the people of Palestine, and the EU, US, UK are supporting it. It's international law dead. Now, we can't read the comments because they won't let us, but you read a lot of these comments. Like I said, just type in, if you go on the site and you type in like Free Palestine, a lot of these people, like, they don't, Israel doesn't care about international law because they're never punished. It's because they running things, And it's clear as day. Now, this is the last article I had. This article came out, I thought I had it, October 15th, okay? Which countries have criticized Israeli attacks on Gaza? From South Africa to Norway, the Middle East to Southeast Asia calls for an end of the siege of Gaza. Calls for an end to the siege of Gaza are growing. All right, this is a month ago. It Since following Hamas' unprecedented surprise attack on Israel more than a week ago, much of the international community rushed to voice its concern about the escalation in tensions. However, as Israel continues to bomb Gaza and attack Palestinians in the occupied West Bank, several governments have started to turn critical of Israel's actions, some more directly than others. Here's a list of countries that have called on Israel to stop its aggression and move towards a ceasefire. Algeria, all right, is accusing them of violating international law. All right. African Union. All right. Belize again. Brazil. Let me see. It says call for an immediate de-escalation while supporting a Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital and demanding the right of return for Palestinians displaced from their ancestral homeland, which it ain't their damn homeland. You know, neither one of them. But anyways, Brazil, foreign minister. All right, Colombia, Cuba, Indonesia, Iraq, Iran, Ireland, Kuwait, Morocco, the Maldives, Malaysia. I mean, the list goes on, man. You see? Russia. Let's see what Russia says. Russia stressed that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict cannot be resolved by force, but through political and diplomatic means. Russia called for an immediate ceasefire, renouncing violence and a negotiation process with the international community as assistance to establish lasting peace in the Middle East. Creation of an independent Palestine state with East Jerusalem as its capital to resolve the issue. So they're saying the same thing. They refuse to list Hamas as a terrorist organization following similar steps taken by France and the European Union. You know? So, you know, they are greatly despised among the heathen right now, man. You know? And all these people right here, they all the same, man. That's why, like I said, you go to Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, and it's pretty much saying the same thing. Excuse me. I think it's 15. Same thing. It's talking about Edom again. You know, saying how they're going to go unpunished because you. If we was punished for what we did, how much more so you, man? You know. He said, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. You know? And he said it's going to be as in the overthrow of Sodom. Now, everything that we've been saying, it's happening, you know? Like that land is going to be destroyed. Babylon is going to be destroyed, you know, by nuclear missiles, man. And it says the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's what we've seen. You know, and there's going to come a point in time where even the beasts, all right, those nations is going to turn against the whore. All right. And they're going to all be destroyed. According to prophecy. All right. Let me get one more and I'm going to wrap this one up. This is Lamentations. You keep seeing this eagles when it comes to these people, right? But I'm going to start right here. Lamentations 4 verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity. O daughter of Edom, he will discover thy sins. So you being made naked, man. You being exposed. And this is why you being despised, man. But this is also why they trying to control the internet and everything. You know? This goes hand in hand with Jeremiah, the 49th chapter. You know? Because he says he's going to make Esau bare. You know? He's going to uncover his secret places and he should not be able to hide himself. Okay? Salakia. God damn. Salah. What is that? I have to wrap this up. But you got it was another video. I wish I had it. I don't have it now. Where you got their own people. You got their own people complaining about them, man. Just wanted to get this last little video. Let me see if I got a napkin. Look what this dude says. Thank God Israelis are so openly insane because any known person can now see that Palestinians deserve to hate them 1,000 times more than they probably do. Because they was dancing on their graves, man. You know? But, damn, it was this video. I wish I had it. You know? Because she was pretty much saying if you can't complain about, you know, what happened to them, the Holocaust, but then you also supporting what's going on to these people. You know. Slovakia. But that's pretty much what I wanted, man. I got a few more scriptures, but I'm gonna get one more and I'm gonna close because I gotta wrap this one up. This is Psalms 37 and 35. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I sought him, but he could not be found. So yeah, the status that they have now is not going to always be like that, man. You know, it's not going to always be like that, according to prophecy. You know, their time is coming, man. You know, so with that, you know, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Gadash. Lord willing, it be edifying. To the next one, I want to say Shalom.